Side note, if you haven't turned in the A5 worksheet, that can be turned in at any point in time before we're done here in half hour. Okay? Right? So let's recap. Oh, nope. I'll move it to a different one. Let's recap our multiplication rules from Friday. Okay. If the signs are the same and we're multiplying, what's our answer? You get done? Positive, right? Positive times a positive is going to be positive. Negative times a negative is going to be positive. Okay? So in terms of multiplication, if the signs are the same, it's positive. Okay? This is just kind of right now off in the blue or up in the upper corner recap on A6. We're on A6 today. Okay? So we're kind of up at the top just refreshing ourselves. If our signs are different in multiplication, different signs, then we're going to be negative. Okay? So signs are the same, positive. Signs are different, negative. What if we multiply by 0? What if we multiply by 0? Positive or negative? What? Neither. Why? Answer is always 0. Whenever you're multiplying by 0, or if you're multiplying something into 0, or either by 0 or from 0, always going to be 0. What if we multiply by 1? Our fourth rule. Multiplying by 1. It doesn't change it, right? Yep, it doesn't change it by multiplying by 1. Yep, exactly. Okay? So, you don't really have a back of your note sheet, but up at the top, okay, up here, right above, like kind of around where it says notes over here, just to the right of A6, okay, right up there, I want you to do these 4 problems, okay? Do those 4 problems just up at the top. These are not the first 4 examples, just so you know. Go for it. Just kind of a warm-up, get us thinking. So when we're doing problems like these, and the only reason I say this is because I just looked at the formative that you're going to take this week. Okay? First thing you got to do is you got to determine so that you know what steps to do next. You got to figure out what the operation, what mathematical operation are you doing. And right now, we know 3 of them, okay? Or we've talked about 3 of them. And we're going to talk about the 4th one in a little bit. But the 3 that we know are adding, subtracting, and multiplying. Today we're going to talk about division. Okay? So here in number 1, what is our mathematical operation? What are we doing? We're multiplying, okay? So then you got to do your multiplication steps, okay? Well, are our signs the same or are our signs different? Same or different signs? Different signs, okay? And then on our chart, we can either start up at 3 and go down 2, or we can go start at 2 and go down 3, or we can go, you know what I mean? There's different ways to use multiplication chart. So what is 3 times 2? 6. So then our answer here would be negative 6. Okay. Number 2, what's our operation? Okay. Multiplication again, yep. Signs same or signs different? Different, that means it's going to be negative. 2 times 5 is 10. So our answer here is negative 10. Number 3, what's our operation? Addition. So we start at -4. Which direction on the number line am I going if I'm adding -5? We go down. Okay? Down 5 puts me at, I start at -4, I go down 5, puts me at -9. What's our operation in number 4? Subtraction. -1 is where I start. If I'm subtracting a negative number, which direction am I going? Direction I'm going when I'm subtracting a negative number. Do we agree with down for subtracting a negative number? It's up because it's the double negative, right? Yeah? So that would put me at +6 at the end. Huh? All right, let's get into it. Let's do this. Okay, so now we're on the dividing integers one. And the reason that we went multiplication first is because the dividing rules are the same as multiplication. So when you are dividing, oops, those are up. See, they didn't save where they should have saved because they were moving stuff around today. When you're dividing and the signs are the same, so a positive number divided by a positive number, or a negative number divided by a negative number, your answer is going to be positive. So if the signs are the same, then you get a positive answer, just like multiplication. If the signs are different, then you get a negative answer. Positive divided by a negative, or a negative divided by a positive, is negative. After those two, after the sames and the difference, then we've got dividing by 0. Okay? Now here's where it gets a little wonky, if you will. Okay? So if I am going to divide by 0, okay, 0 divided by any number is 0. Okay? So 0 divided by 1,000,000,000 is 0. 0 divided by 2 is 0. Okay? All that still 0. Okay? But some number divided by 0 can't happen. Okay? You can't take a pizza and equally divide it into 0 parts. Okay? It just doesn't work out that way. Now, sometimes, I don't know if it still does or not. Hey Siri, what's 5 divided by 0? Hey Siri, what's the Cookie Monster dividing by 0 story? Hey Siri, what's 0 divided by 0? I don't know why it's not playing. It just says it's this Cookie Monster thing about him not having if he's got 0 friends and 0 cards and 0 cookies or something like that. That's something. Check it out sometime. Okay? All right. So how we use our multiplication chart. As you can see in the first 4, we always have 20 divided by 5. Okay? 20 divided by 5. So here's how we're going to use our multiplication chart to actually divide now. Okay? So we've got 20 divided by 5. So I'm going to either start at the 5 on the top, or I'm going to start at the 5 on the left. One of the two. And I'm going to go down that column or right through that row until I find 20. Okay? So I'm going to go down, 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 15, 20. There it is. I found it. Okay? So 20 divided by 5 is 4. Okay? Or I can start on the right, and I can go over until I find 20, and then I look up and see which one I'm in. Okay? That's how we use our multiplication chart to divide. Okay? So 20 divided by 5 is 4. So positive 20 divided by a positive 5. Positive divided by a positive is going to be positive 4. Negative 20 divided by negative 5. Negative divided by a negative, still going to be positive 4. When the signs are different, then it becomes negative 4. Doesn't matter which one's negative, as long as they're both not negative. It's negative. Okay? Notice here, too, that division problems can also be written as a fraction, too. And fractions are dividing problems. Then we've got E and F. 0 divided by 5, that's my zeros on top, where I'm going 0 dividing by some number. That's going to give me 0. Or here, it would be some number divided by 0, and I have to write out that word, undefined. Can't shorten it. Okay? There's nothing really for it to shorten it to. Okay? Okay? So on these ones, all I'm asking is the answer going to be positive, negative, 0, or undefined? Okay. Positive, negative, 0, or undefined. First one, negative divided by a negative. Is that positive, 0, negative, or undefined? Positive. Okay. So this one is positive. Number 2, 0 divided by negative 715. Is that positive, 0, negative, or undefined? 0? Because it's 0 divided by some number, that one's going to be 0. 3. Positive, 0, negative, undefined. Negative? Negative. What? Well, I know, but see, you guys are doing that across the room, so that's how I figured that you guys were going to communicate today. So I'm communicating with you the same way. You know what I mean? I know. Now 16. Great, great. 4. Positive, 0, negative, undefined. Undefined? We agree with undefined. For number 4? Everybody's agreeing with undefined. Why? Even more. I would go better would be different, but more importantly, it's not undefined because why? There is a 0 down there, but it's not 0 in the bottom. You know what I mean? Even though we see a 0 down there, it doesn't. The whole number there is a 0. So we're negative there. Okay. All right. Let's do these now. Okay. So using our multiplications table, which really we could call multiplication divide table now. Okay. All right. So I'm in the column. Well, first off, it's division. All of these are division. Okay. So positive divided by a negative. Answer is going to be negative. So start by putting a negative sign in there. Okay. Now, on your 7 column or your 7 row, find where 56 is. On your 7 column or your 7 row, and then go across or back up to find what it is. Okay? So if I'm here, if I go down the 7 column, I get to 56 right here, and I'm going to go across, and I get 8. Okay? So 56 divided by negative 7 is negative 8. With me? Okay. Are you going academy or are you going office? Okay. Negative 72 divided by positive 9. Positive or negative? Negative 72 divided by positive 9. Answer going to be positive or negative? Negative 8? Because you went down. Did you go down the? Did you go? Are you a down or are you an across? Just do it. Okay. Do we agree with negative 8? Yeah. Okay. Do those other 4 right now. 15 divided by negative 1. Negative, right? Okay. Negative what? Negative 15. Yeah, exactly. My negative sign didn't fall. 0 divided by 15. 0, because it's 0 divided by any number. Yeah. Negative 36 divided by positive 6. Negative 6. Love it. Negative 56 divided by negative 8. Positive or negative? Positive, because both the signs are the same. Okay. All right. So now, a couple of things. I'm going to hand out the tonight's homework worksheet. Okay. you should go through and look at your other ones too. If you don't have a grade on any of your homeworks, or you don't have a 13 out of 13 on your green formative, make sure that you work on those to get those to get a grade on it, or get a 13 out of 13.